So, as you guys can see, I'm holding a beautiful pair of Saint Laurent slingback pumps. Well, what would you call them? So this style is called their slingback style. I guess that would be because it does have this kind of slingback feeling to it. I'm gonna pull the laces so you guys can see a little bit better. It does have this slingback feeling to it. However, if you notice, it's not actually a traditional slingback. Traditional slingbacks, for those of you that don't know and are just learning about, what your favorite type of heel is, traditional slingbacks typically have the strap pulled back this way, such that you don't even need like a front strap. You don't need a front strap around the ankle. It holds your feet in place just like this, just with the tension between the slingback and the front of the heel. So this style, even though it's called their slingback style, is not really a traditional slingback. It's more of a pump, in my opinion. But it features this beautiful pointed toe, very long. I'm a size 40, 41, depending on if it's an Italian or French maker. This is actually a 41, which I will usually go a size up for French brands. I don't know what it is, Louboutin, Saint Laurent, like something, whatever rhymes, whatever. They always make their shoes so tiny just to embarrass big-footed women like myself. You might want to size up if you're purchasing from a French brand versus from an Italian brand that tends to be a lot more true to size. Now, the one thing that I will say about Saint Laurent and about these pumps in particular is that they are so comfortable to wear. You would be shocked because after my first pair of Louboutins, I was pretty much under the impression that all French designers are sadists. I pretty much thought that, if you're wearing a French shoe, hats off to you, girl, because you really just sacrificed at least your pinky toe to get into that shoe. That's not the case. What I realized with this Saint Laurent pump, it's very possible to have comfort and design all together in one shoe. This is so comfortable to wear. I don't know if it's because maybe I size up to a bigger size, maybe that played a role in that, but they're extremely comfortable to wear. They're so sexy. And what I love is that, as you can see, this suede toe gives it this very classic matte black look. The heel is also black, right? The only thing, even like the underside of the shoe, all of it is black. The only thing that you see is the, on the sole, that gold Saint Laurent sole, which I feel like it just speaks to how classic this pump is and that feeling of, that classic night out little black dress shoe. I guess that leads me to, don't you guys want to see it on my feet, right? Let me show you an outfit that I love to wear these shoes with. They're very easy to dress up and dress down, and I think you're gonna like them. So let's take a look. I'm modeling this beautiful pair of Saint Laurent heels. In case you guys didn't know how to pronounce E's, that's how you pronounce it. A gorgeous pair of YSL black slingback pumps. That's the name of the style. It's the slingback pump. And as we covered when I was first talking about the shoe, this style is not really a traditional slingback, but it still hits the mark in terms of getting that feeling that you would from a slingback heel. So now let's see what it looks like on. So this is a very beautiful pair of French shoes. And what I've said about the French shoe is that oftentimes they do not be the most comfortable shoe, however they do look very, very sexy on the foot. This shoe, similar to the Louboutin that I was wearing, also features a very thin, very sexy heel, something that you're used to seeing with more of these French designers. However, the difference between the Louboutin and this YSL heel is that Saint Laurent still focuses on comfort, still focuses on functionality. as you can tell, based off of the fact that this is clearly an everyday, sexy night out, work office to afternoon, evening party type of shoe. It's something that you can wear with anything. The ankle straps really enable you to get that, you know, luxurious feel and sense of casualness while still maintaining that sophistication that you would expect from Saint Laurent. And so now I want to show you one of my brand new loves. I just bought this pair of Valentino pumps. I'm trying to remember the name of the style. I can't remember the name, but I will put it in the description box so you guys can check it out later. I do, however, remember the color of these shoes. I mean, how could I forget? So these are Valentino sandals in their color deep gold, which it is absolutely such a vibrant, such a vivid, very yellow, strong, like, you know, 24 karat gold. And what I love about these sexy little sandals is that not only do they feature this very beautiful, bright golden color, they also have these super sexy tie-up straps, right? That you can lace all the way up the leg, or you can just stop at your ankle, wrap it around your ankle. That's usually what I do when I'm styling these shoes. The straps, as you can see, are really thick, very nicely padded, like I can squeeze into the straps, which is nice because, you know, a lot of times when you wear strappy sandals like this, they'll cut into your ankles in such a way where you're not even able to really wear the shoe for a long time. These shoes, Valentino, Italian designer, are meant to be worn all day, all night, following day walk of shame. They really last, and that's why I love these Italian designers. They really understand what it is to make a beautiful shoe, not only for aesthetic, but also for feel. You know, how do you feel when you're wearing the shoe? Are you like, oh my God, my toes are burning? Or do you feel like I'm a queen and I'm wearing the most fantastic pair of $1,000 Valentino heels money could buy? And then the last feature that I'll bring up about these shoes, because, you know, we have to talk about the feathers, is that the shoes, the straps are adorned by these beautiful little ostrich feathers. And what would you call this? Maybe like a dusty beige, like a rose gold, perhaps, more gold on top of an already beautiful golden sandal. And the feathers are just so light, so soft. They are real, so if you're looking for a vegan shoe, this is not it. Absolutely beautifully made and really just accent and feather your toes in such a nice way when you're walking. And that's kind of what's nice about it. You want to have an accent shoe, particularly after you've purchased your standard Louboutin, your standard YSL. So now let's give you guys an opportunity to see my pretty little toes peeking out of these beautiful Valentino sandals. As you can see, these sandals are accented by that super sexy tie-up style. And as I told you originally, you can tie the shoe up pretty much all the way up the length of your shin if you so choose to. But I always think that an ankle tie, for some reason to me, just looks very casual, very sexy, kind of unexpected, and still absolutely perfect. And at the end of these ostrich feather straps, you'll also notice that you have these perfect little gold snaps that hold them just so beautifully in place, accenting what is already such a perfectly constructed shoe. The toe has a nice square toe, so it frames your feet very nicely and kind of holds those toes in place, creating a really nice window, if you will, for your pedicure or, you know, whatever you're doing with your feet these days. So I absolutely love these shoes. And one of the biggest features about these shoes that I like the most is that when you walk in the shoe, the feathers have a tendency to move around a little bit and it can be very whimsical and very cute. So I like to think about these shoes as, you know, maybe more of a summertime piece. You know, something that you wear with a nice summer dress, a light floral pattern dress, anytime that you really want to impress and really just let your feet do the talking. So these are these gorgeous little Valentino pumps, and let me tell you something, they are just as comfortable as they are sexy. As I told you, one of my favorite aspects about these shoes is the way that the feathers play with your toes, the way that they gently, you know, caress your toes as you're walking, almost as a reminder that you're gracing the room with the presence of these beautiful golden sandals. And that's the vibe that you want to give whenever you're wearing a designer heel, right? You want it to feel like something completely original, completely unique, something nobody's ever seen before. And that's the feeling that these Valentino heels give. They're comfortable, they're functional, they're absolutely sophisticated, stylish, sexy, and they really do make a splash. For your next shoe choice, I definitely consider getting something like these Valentino pumps. You can't really make a wrong choice. And don't they just look so beautiful on my complexion? And so now, no need to guess what this is. You can tell, obviously, from this bright bull's red sole. I'm wearing a pair of Christian Louboutin pumps. Their style, Pigalle Follies. I know that a lot of people, when they purchase their Louboutins, typically go for the Socate style. A lot of these Louboutin pumps, from a distance, look pretty much the same. It would be very easy if I was wearing this on my feet for you to mistake this pump for their Socate style. However, let me tell you some of the differences. So Pigalle Follies, the way that they constructed the shoe, in my opinion, is much sexier than the Socate style, and it's for a very particular reason. So if you look at the toe box, in the Socate style, the toe box is a little bit higher up. It's meant to be more of a business pump, right? It's something that you could wear to the gala, to work, to, you know, it's a multifunctional shoe. The Pigalle Follies is a hybrid between, is it the Pigalle style? I can't remember what the other one is. And the Socate style. So you're bridging together the sexy shoe and the functional shoe all in one. And what they've done is that they've lowered the toe box to allow you to have more toe cleavage, if you will, which can be very sexy when wearing a pump, particularly something that covers your toe, right? Because you still want to give the eye something to look at. Also designed the heel to have this very beautiful, sharply pointed Louboutin heel that we're all so crazy about. And basically redesigned the shape of the heel in such a way so, as I said, you still get the functionality, but you also get the look and the sex appeal, right, that you would expect from a Louboutin pump. I have it in their Nude Patent color. I know that a lot of people tend to prefer their black patent. To me, I just, you know, I always want something unique. I always want something different. And I want to show you guys something unique and something different. I chose their new style, and you'd be surprised, even on my complexion, it still really hits the mark in terms of getting something with that beautiful flesh tone color. So I'm going to try on the shoe and allow you guys to see what it looks like on my feet in just a moment. Are you ready? Let's go. So here are these beautiful Louboutin pumps. And as you can see, they are just as sexy as I told you they would be when I first started the video. The first thing that you want to take a look at is what we talked about originally, which is our gorgeous, sexy little toe cleavage peeking out of those perfect Pigalle Follies pumps. Louboutin is famous for making some of the sexiest shoes imaginable, and particularly because of this gorgeous red sole that they are so famous for. So the red sole actually cannot be reupholstered, repainted by Louboutin. However, you can take them to any shoemaker you like and have that red sole recolored if you so choose to. I think that having just the original shoe is pretty sexy in the sense that you know that it's something that you're wearing all the time, you know it's something that you're using all the time, and you know that it's a shoe that you actually like to go out in. I love wearing these shoes. They just really are such a perfect accent piece for anybody's closet. They're neutral, they stand out, they do exactly what they need to do. And that surprising red sole at the back just really brings to life everything that you love about the Louboutin brand. So I can't get enough of these pumps.